Today's video is by Lackluster. Cops forget to take it off the stolen list. Lawsuit. Felony stop. Let's get into this.
Yeah, for the state also says it was taken in an armed carjacking. Suspects versus with armed and dangerous.
How about you move? Dude, move over. Come on. Well, y'all blocked me in? Where do y'all go?
Caught on camera flying
calm
through
down.
trees.
It's a dead end down here. All right, so let's go ahead and be ready to light this thing up.
I just got the car back from 300 Indiana Avenue, man.
Just relax, man.
I just had a gun in my face.
I get that, but it was involved in an armed carjacking. Please relax, sir.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Washington, D.C. has seen a notable spike in violent crime.
Crime continues to turn the district into a city under siege.
The city under siege, talking about D.C. tragic incidents leading to loss of life. Every morning we're talking about more and more shootings.
Of all violent crime, carjackings have emerged as one of the most prevalent and concerning offenses.
Carjackings are on the rise.
Violent carjacking spree in and around the nation's capital.
Another gunpoint robbery.
Carjacked at gunpoint.
Carjackings continue to plague the region.
Doing it to grandmas
a gun in the
crazy.
face of DC Council candidate Nate Fleming.
This car swerved, blocking the road as a suspect gets out, pulling a gun on this approaching driver.
Run him over.
Eventually drives away.
Put a man in a chokehold.
You not outrunning that car though.
Hit and killed with his own car.
If it's not like a
Shot
little
Monday in his own
V6.
vehicle and later died. This car caught on camera flying through trees, flipping over and crash landing. That vehicle was also carjacked.
Carjacking spree that left one person and two dogs dead. Carjacker opened fire, killing the
Them
driver.
boys talked about the
In spite
dead
of heightened
dogs.
spending on public safety, carjackings have become more frequent while arrests remained rare.
Out of the 806 incidents,
Oh my God.
only 127 arrests were made.
900 carjackings this year in the district.
Because they
There have
still in
only
the
been 169
cars doing crimes and
Studies
then
found
ditching the
that
cars.
teens accounted for as much as 3/4 of all carjackings.
A DC teenager facing felony charges for several armed carjackings.
This teen walked up to him, pulled out a gun, said, "Get out of the car."
Teenagers trying to steal cars at gunpoint.
64% of carjacking arrests involve juveniles.
5 teenagers were involved in a total of 13
Where are your
cases between
parents
last
at?
Monday and Friday.
In response, the police chief issued theft prevention advice on par with what a middle schooler would have suggested.
There are ways you can prevent your auto from being stolen. Never leave your engine running and unattended. Keep track of your keys. Always lock your doors and be aware of your surroundings. If you are a victim of an auto theft or carjacking, call 911 immediately.
Do not fight back and let MPD do that work. And if we follow just those simple rules that MPD has laid out, we will make sure that we reduce car thefts in our city.
By 2021, carjackings had more than doubled.
3 carjackings per day.
More than 800 carjackings for the year.
Carjacking is falling in other major American cities like New York, Chicago, Philly, and Baltimore.
We've
Chicago.
had 330 so far this year, an increase of 23%. In 2019, there were 142 carjackings reported, compared to last year, when 426 carjackings were reported.
806 carjackings since January 1st.
Man.
Compared to last year, has more than doubled.
More than double, rising to 936 carjackings as of this week.
In response to the surge, the police chief established a task force dedicated to tackling carjackings.
Washington, D.C. has
they need to do
experienced
something.
a significant increase in carjackings over the last year. I created and dedicated a task force to address the rise in carjackings, stolen autos, and robberies in the district. Our hope is that this dedicated task force will reduce and address the number of carjackings and auto thefts in our city.
It didn't, and the effort fell
That's
flat.
crazy.
Victims were still being preyed upon with ease.
She was in her car with
Because the
her
suspects
11-week-old
watching out for
baby.
cops
With the
too.
knife opened the door to
It ain't
a
like
car
they
that a mother and a
gonna do it while y'all
baby
right
were
there.
sitting inside of. The man wouldn't let the mother get her baby out and threatened to stab her if she kept screaming. That's
Nobody
when he took off
helping.
with both of them in the car.
Let me tell you something. Playtime is over.
Look at him
This
just
is
walking
not
by.
a video game.
Never leave your engine running. Keep track of your keys. Always lock your doors. Call 911 immediately.
Very few citizens stood their ground.
She managed to keep her car by doing what experts say you shouldn't, fighting back. She's since installed cameras in her car and is now driving around with Kevlar plates.
In the event somebody else points another gun at me, I at least have a way to protect myself from a shot.
Steps she says are necessary to protect herself because she doesn't believe the police or prosecutors will.
Her fears that police and prosecutors would let her down were confirmed when in 2022, DC passed the Revised Criminal Code Act, removing nearly all mandatory minimum sentences and sharply reducing penalties for violent crimes, including carjacking.
A recent bill that the DC City Council passed to end, among other things, maximum sentencing for carjackings and other types of property crimes and similar crimes, including even some violent crimes. So there's been a surge of carjackings in DC. It's become almost the carjacking capital of America.
Despite the DC police spending over $500 million annually, carjackings kept rising, hitting a record high in June of 2023, more than 400% higher than the month where the chief formed the task force, and sentences were reduced. And on Friday, June 16th, during the peak month of carjackings in DC, 3 teenagers stole 10 vehicles in just 3.5 hours. They held victims at gunpoint, robbed them of personal belongings, and escaped with their cars. Author and motivational speaker Matthew Horn was driving home that morning at around 4:30 a.m. when 3 young men emerged from the shadows and surrounded his car. One aimed a pistol at his face, while the others took his watch, phone, and wallet, leaving him stranded in the street without a ride home. 3 days later, the DC police located Matthew's car and contacted him to come pick it up. After retrieving his vehicle and leaving the precinct, he crossed the border into Virginia, heading home. But the DC police had failed to clear the car from the stolen vehicle database. Automatic license plate readers, including Flux systems, detected Matthew driving on the highway and sent alerts to dispatchers at the Virginia State Police, Alexandria Police Department, and the Arlington County Police. Trooper William Bonnet was among the troopers dispatched in response.
Why is this camera?
How about you move? Dude, move over. Come on.
Blocking.
Another trooper had spotted Matthew's vehicle and began following it, waiting for Trooper Bonnet to catch up and join him.
We're on the exit to 236 now. We're coming flying. Should be trying to evade or anything.
Hey, I'm passing Charlton. I'll be there in a moment.
Recklessly speeding without regard for others, Trooper Bonnet sped towards the scene.
Okay, I'm passing the seminary. I'll be there in a second.
Okay, probably also let the city know.
They doing all this. He's following the supposed stolen vehicle. Why not call the complainant to see if the vehicle is still stolen?
I'm getting on the ramp now.
The trooper's reckless behavior continued, even after hitting the streets.
Yeah, for the city also says we've taken an armed carjacking suspect versus would be armed and dangerous.
10-4, 855, 858 er.
Hey, 555.
855, I'm gonna call for traffic.
You advised it was involved in an armed carjacking. Well, y'all blocked me in? Why do y'all go?
Sirens and lights, move to the right.
As Trooper Bonnet neared the vehicle's location, he turned off his emergency lights and siren.
If it was a stolen vehicle, he did that so the vehicle wouldn't know they coming for it and wouldn't take off.
I'm direct. What vehicle is it in front of him? I'm thinking behind Arlington right now.
Arlington County KY.
So Wikers 8500 in front of me, taking left turn, coming up to Rigsby Street.
10-4, I'm right behind the county unit. And we're taking a left. If he can, I'll just get in front. He can just stay behind me. Just have the radio.
10-4.
We're at Century Drive and North Ripley Street. We might be taking a left into our apartment complex. It's a dead end down here. I might have to light this thing up.
10-4.
Give me the location again.
We're at Century Place, the apartment complex. We took a left.
Off Ripley.
Yes, off Ripley. We're taking a right to the far right dead end. It's a dead end down here. Arlington, let's go ahead and be ready to light this thing up. All right, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a dead end.
You see two officers following you for this long, and you don't think something up? Ain't no way you just driving straight home, and you got these people following.
Felony, stop. Driver, throw the keys out the window. Throw the keys out the window. Keep your hands out the window. Keep your hands out the window for me. Are you the owner?
Yes.
You're the owner.
Matthew Horn. I just picked my keys up from DC Police. They got my car back for me tonight. That's the second time I've had a gun in my face in the last 36 hours, man.
Okay.
They carjacked me, man.
We get that. We get that.
I'm tired of having fucking guns in my face, man.
It's involved in armed carjacking, okay? Do you have your ID with you?
Can I get out? Please, my mom.
Come on out. Yeah, come on out.
No. Damn, man.
Said he just got the car back. Come on out. Watch your phone. Watch your phone.
Recognizing his error, Trooper Bonnet demonstrated genuine compassion and professionalism toward the victim, reflecting the
They can't even
values
call
of the
him
Virginia
because his
State
phone was
Police.
stolen.
I just got the
How did
car
they
back
get in
from
contact with
300 Indiana Avenue, man.
Just relax,
The first place to come
I
get
just
his
had a
car.
fucking gun in my face.
I get that, but it was involved in an armed carjacking. Please relax, sir. Is your wallet in your pocket? Or
Nah, my guy needs some anger
your left
management.
front pocket? All right, I'm just going to get it real quick. Okay. Relax. Relax. Put your hands down, man. Relax. Where's your ID at? Is this it right here, the Virginia driver's license?
Man, you can't just tell me to relax, man. That's the second time in 30
years. What DC tells us, so if they didn't take it out, you can't be mad at us. We're just following what they have taken
I
out.
understand, man. I understand y'all doing your job. This the second. I was part of those 10 problems that DC made the news. I was the second one.
Trooper Bonnet now returns to his cruiser to confirm that Matthew is the registered owner.
My guy got a right
and upon his
to
return, the other officers
pissed
on
off.
scene were explaining that this was a major blunder by the DC Police.
Last four of the VIN is 7607. We can send confirmation. It's the registered owner.
I picked it. They picked it up from the dump spot. Told the Indiana Avenue got my keys.
How did they
I
not
just came
verify
back from
this?
getting it from the precinct. 300 Indiana Avenue.
If I were you, I'd be on the phone right now and making sure they're going to get that, just because it will continue on happening too. And we're just doing our job. We don't know who's driving the vehicle.
Yeah, y'all doing your job, man. I get that. It's just the fact this is the second time since 30 I had a gun in my head, man.
We get it, but we have to go what we see on our computers, armed carjacking. We don't know if you're the registered owner or not. We totally get your frustration. We totally do that. But we don't understand the first part, like it happened in 36 hours. We get your frustration, but we don't know that either. It's on DC. If they took the report, we totally do understand.
I'm just saying.
Yes, sir.
It's the gun to my face twice.
I get it, sir.
Trooper Bonnet appears to walk off in frustration, breathing heavily as he struggled to see why the victim was upset after being held at gunpoint twice in such a short period of time. Trooper Bonnet begrudgingly calls dispatch to attempt to resolve the issue.
For what it's worth, you're the second person
Hey, it's 855. Hey, can we get a hold of DC? And he's claiming this is the second time it's happened to him in 36 hours. So, yeah, apparently so.
Very scary to complain. So whatever supervisor you can get a hold of.
Okay.
Because that is a massive, massive, massive issue on their part. Imagine you didn't comply. Or like, you're a smart dude, you did. Imagine you didn't.
Why does he need to imagine he didn't?
My hands were right out the window.
Boss, he's a law-abiding citizen.
Imagine you weren't. It's a bad day for all of us.
In the shadow realm. You know what I'm saying? That gun was right to my head.
Dispatch worked to get through to the DC police. Trooper Bonnet was ordered to perform another plate check during the wait.
Run the tag. Yeah.
I don't know if it says it's stolen in his computer. Can you really blame him?
He's free to go, right?
The only thing they didn't do is call him to see if it was stolen. But his phone was stolen, so I wonder what number they used. It fall on. I don't think it really fall on him. It fall on the police department that recovered the vehicle for not letting everybody know.
Yeah.
He just need to work on his attitude.
Matthew, now released, challenges Trooper Bonnet on his unprofessional demeanor.
Yep.
Obviously, be a little bit more understanding.
No, I totally understand, sir. I do 100% understand. I understand your frustration, but we have to go by off what we see on our computers. When we enter it, it's from another agency. What we see on the computer is armed carjacking. I saw that you were compliant and whatnot. When you threw the keys out the window, I recognized there was something more to it, that you were going to comply, obviously. But what happens if you're not the owner and you're the person that took your car at gunpoint?
I understand that, but just my reaction.
I totally understand it, sir.
2 guns to my face.
I totally do understand that, sir.
What, 36 hours?
Whatever it was, yes, sir. I totally feel your frustration.
It's not.
But it's coming from the District of Columbia. We're in Virginia, sir.
I understand, but just my reaction.
I understand your reaction, sir. I wish you would understand mine. I do
understand.
Yes, sir.
I acknowledge you did your job.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's hard to be on the receiving end of guns to your head.
Yes.
It's hard.
Yes.
I might have a reaction as a law.
I've had way too many criminals that don't understand that, though. That actually are criminals.
I'm just saying, just my reaction. If somebody, I wasn't unruly, just patience, man. That's it. This is not no normal shit, man. Having guns to my head. It might be a little bit of an emotional reaction. I'm just saying, just be a little more patient. That's all I'm saying. Just a little more. It's like
I actually holster my
like it was my fault or something like that, man.
No one's saying it's your fault, sir. I actually holster my gun much quicker than just about every other time I've done with an armed carjacked vehicle. That's actually probably the quickest.
We knew you could do it.
That's cool. I'm just saying.
Yes, sir. I do understand, but I hope you understand my end too. I'm not trying to make an argument here. I just hope I'm not going to start any argument here. It's not really even worth it.
I'm saying you weren't wrong.
Yes.
I'm saying
Yeah, y'all just going back and forth now.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just a little more patience.
Okay. Okay. I'll accept that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You did your job. You did what you're supposed to do. I have no problem with that.
Okay. All right. But you're good to go, sir.
You're good.
Hey, I'm serious though. Call DC, get a supervisor on the line, and explain what just happened to you. And that it's not acceptable, and that you're upset about it. And you have every right to be. As a supervisor, I'm telling you, if I got a phone call that one of my guys did what you in this situation, I would be fucking furious. Pardon my language. So, make the phone call, get somebody on the line.
Here's my business card. You can read. I can back up your story.
Okay.
Yep. So, obviously, we all know everything, but that's my business card. Here, I'll give you an extra one just in case you lose one or it gets torn up or something. If you want to, you can use me as a resource to help back up your end, guys. that makes me kind of furious too, because I'm out here wasting my goddamn time. I'm not trying to use harsh language, but I'm out here wasting my time and all their time. There's a lot of resources. I could be out doing other stuff, other criminal extradition stuff, actual criminal stuff, not this bull BS. Trying to mess up for other people's mistakes. I mean, I'm going to say that on camera. I mean, that's a pretty big messed up mistake. But I'm not here to start any arguments or being bashful or anything, but if you have any questions, contact me. Okay, sir? Okay, sir. All right. I apologize again that happened to you. If I could, shake your hand. Yes, sir. You're a tall guy. I wish you played for the NBA. Did you play basketball or something?
I played pro. I played college, beat on pro, all that.
Yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir. Well, I do apologize about that. I wasn't trying to start an argument, but armed carjacking, I had to take it from a really high amped up situation to all the way back to the ground.
I understand.
Yes, sir.
We both were in the moment.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I understand.
Yes. Okay. All right. I hope we can, well, obviously it's resolved on our end already, but I hope there's something else that comes from this, because that's unacceptable.
I understand.
Okay, sir. All right, you're good to go, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you.
In the end, Trooper Bonnet was apologetic, leaving the scene with a handshake and an offer to assist Matthew if needed in the future. Matthew was able to contact Detective Naples at the DC Police, who verified the negligence was their fault. After a thorough examination by a top forensic psychologist in the DC area, Matthew was found to have PTSD, depression, and anxiety after the incident. To this day, he has difficulty staying asleep and regularly experiences nightmares, including violent scenarios involving police. He has since filed a tort against the DC government and is looking for an aggressive civil rights attorney in the area that will take the case. If that happens to be you, find my email below and I'll get you in contact with Matthew.
You can see the two teens forced the door open, grabbed the driver, and demanded his keys. They hopped in. You're going to see it right there. They tried to take off, but wait a minute. Nope, they couldn't. It's the best anti-theft device you can have. It was a stick shift, manual transmission. Turns out those young suspects didn't know how to drive it.
I'd love to know what you think about this encounter,
That is
so
the
let
best
me know
one.
in the comments
Them boys
section.
don't know how to drive no
And
stick shift.
if you like this video, be sure to check out another
Get you a
episode,
stick shift.
linked on screen.
I ain't gonna lie, that video was pretty sad. You can understand what my guy's going through. He didn't have guns pulled on him twice in 36 hours. And then the officer, he was too hot-headed through the whole thing. He calmed down at the end though.